Hey everybody, this video is going to explain the homework assignments for the Week 8 module. So when you click on Week 8 homework assignments, the first subtab you'll see is to read Chapter 10. Chapter 10 covers arguing crisis. So you read those 3 sample essays for homework in Week 7, and this week we covered the PowerPoint on arguing crisis. So Chapter 10 is just a little reinforcement. Again, don't spend a whole lot of time on it. Just go through it, reinforce the points that were made in the PowerPoint, right? The next sub-tab is Project Part 3. We're in Week 8. So it is time to do the rough draft of the course project essay. It is a rough draft. You will get my feedback on it. But the more you put into it now, hopefully the less work you'll have to do on it in revisions before you submit the final draft. So try to give me as complete a draft as possible. Give me your introduction, give me your body paragraphs, give me a conclusion. Incorporate your source material, even if it's not perfect yet. Let me see how you're going to use the information you have chosen from your sources. And remember, it's 3 to 5 sources. So that basically boils down to at least 2 sources that support your claim, your argument, to at least 2 sources that help support your stance, and then at least 1 source that deals with the opposition in some way. So that's where the 3 comes from, 3 to 5 sources. If you've got a total of 5, that's fine. Just make sure one of them deals with the opposition in some way, okay? Try to incorporate that source material as best as possible. So, because again, the more you put into that rough draft, the more feedback you're going to get from me, right? It's graded just, if you turn in the rough draft, you get full credit. If you don't turn in the rough draft, you get no credit. But remember, eventually you have to turn in the rough draft because it is a mandatory course project part. You have to submit every part of the course project in order to pass the class. So as long as you turn in the rough draft, you're getting the 25 points. But it's not just about the points. The more you put into that rough draft, the more feedback, the more help you're going to get from me. Okay? And the more you get my feedback the first time around, the easier it will be to make sure that you do well on the final draft, which is graded, with a rubric. It's a formal grade. So do your best. Give me a rough draft. Introduction. Get your thesis statement as good as you can get it right now. You'll get my feedback on it, but make sure there is a thesis statement in that introduction. Give me those body paragraphs with your sources included. Give me a conclusion. Give me a reference page. You need a references page. It is a research paper. And that's it. And typed in a Word document, double spaced, one of the 3 appropriate fonts. So that would be Calibri 11, Times New Roman 12, or Arial 12. Please make sure it's double spaced. If you have any questions, please let me know. If you have any concerns or worries, feel free to pass those my way as well. But again, remember, it is a rough draft. The idea is to get my feedback so you know what you need to do better and have it revised for the final draft. Okay. All right. The third sub-tab under the Week 8 homework assignments is, of course, the Week 8 discussion. So we're going back to looking at images, and for this week we have a vintage 60s and 70s poster, and it says it's got 3 girls on a couch with some musical instruments on the wall and a painting on the wall behind them. They are all 3 wearing hats. They're all 3 kind of prim and proper. None of them look particularly happy. But the text says, "Girls say yes to boys who say no." And then at the very bottom it says, "Proceeds from the sale of this poster go to the draft resistance." So this was a poster that circulated during Week8Homework. And maybe to give you a little more context, when you're looking at the image, the girl on the couch all the way to the left is Joan Baez, who was a very famous folk singer during this time period. The two other girls are her sisters. So analyze the image, answer the questions. I'm very interested to see what you guys have to say about this one. It's one of my favorites. Make sure you have your first post, try to get that done by Thursday night, and then respond to 2 classmates before the discussion closes on Sunday at 11:59. Remember, once it closes, I'm not allowed to reopen it, so make sure you get your initial post and your responses to the 2 classmates before it closes on Sunday night. If you have any questions about it, let me know. If you have any technical difficulties, let me know right away. So that's it for week 8. Work on project part 3 and get the discussion completed. If you need me for anything, I'm always here.